Hey everybody, Greg with Occam's Razors here, and I'm going to go through the portrait of an atheist. And I know you're supposed to wait till you get tagged, but I haven't been tagged, so screw it, because I make my own rules. Hey, let's level that up. Alright, I'm going to go in reverse order from what I hear most people go through. I'm going to start off with economic issues. I understand economic issues, I understand different ideals behind them, I understand structures. I have certain opinions about what needs to be fixed in our system right now, but even though I study and I learn, I have still not found a place where I'm really happy about my economic opinion. Now, like I did my dumb versus ignorant, I'm ignorant of what my opinion is. I understand them, I understand arguments, it's just that I don't have a problem with capitalism as long as it does have some regulation. You got to remember that, it was a year ago this week, I believe it was, that we, America, drug the entire world down into a recession. I mean, that wasn't just our recession. We drug almost everyone down with us. So having more regulations in place, that seems like a no-brainer to me. I'm going to have to leave it to smarter guys than me to figure out. I do like the overall idea of capitalism in that if you work hard and bust your ass, then you too can become rich and part of the millionaire club. And I understand the points for all the rest of them, but I'm working on it. If that changes, I'll let you know. Gay rights. I did a whole video series, or 2 videos, on gay rights. Across the board, legal, don't care who you are, nothing like that. I like to debate this topic, I really do, but no restrictions whatsoever, in my opinion. I don't care if you're a man, woman, you want to marry a man, woman, across the board. Next up, drug use. I am a believer in that you need a good reason to make something illegal. You should not need a good reason to make something that is illegal legal again. In other words, maybe I just worded that wrong. If something is illegal and you don't have a good reason to keep it illegal, then it shouldn't remain illegal. If something is legal and you want to make it illegal, then you need a pretty damn good reason. Now, there's always a question about different kinds of drugs. Marijuana use, go for it. I don't see a problem with it. In fact, I've never heard a really great argument for it because alcohol basically does worse and creates the same effect, whereas marijuana doesn't. The harder core stuff, I don't do it, so I would kind of prefer to leave that to other people. But some kind of regulation would need to be in place to obviously take care of people who can't deal with drugs to begin with. I mean, if drugs are illegal now and someone's taking drugs and they're just losing their freaking mind, then why, when it's legal, should we allow them to use it? Why not put the regulation that they can't use it? That's obviously taking care of a lot of people who are currently in jail for drug use, abusers, felons, maybe things of that nature. I usually leave the drug debate up to someone else, and I usually fall back as far as marijuana to legalize it. I don't see an argument for it, but I think if you are able to handle the more hardcore stuff, then go for it. I believe in personal responsibility. I always have. That's been my philosophy. It's how I've written papers. It's always been my opinion as far as sex, as far as drugs, as far as almost anything that you want to do. It's all about personal responsibility. And if you don't have the personal responsibility to take care of whatever you're doing, then maybe that's something you shouldn't be able to do. Capital punishment. I am for capital punishment. That is a source of tension between myself and all my liberal bleeding heart friends, but no, I believe in it. I believe the problem with capital punishment is that it's not used consistently. That's, in my opinion, the problem with it. Guy goes out, commits murder, commits first-degree murder. He gets thrown into jail. He gets arrested, thrown into jail. He goes through 2 appeals. I believe everyone should get 2 appeals for it, and if he loses that appeal, then 24 hours later he dies. Same thing happens again and again and again. And eventually, I believe the thought would start getting through to people to say, where's Bobby? Where's Billy? Where's Rakeem? They're all dead because they kill people. Well, shit. Obviously, killing someone isn't just the only law. I think there are other laws that I don't have a problem with executing someone. I just don't have a problem with killing people who do really bad things. I know that make me sound like a cold-hearted person, but I really don't. Sex offenders, I have no problem whatsoever with killing them. People who kill other people, I have no problem with killing them. I'm sorry, I know it sounds cold-hearted, I know, but that's my belief on it. Anyway, consistency, in my opinion, is the problem with the capital punishment problem, and I know that people who are innocent will end up getting killed in that. I understand that point, I really do. However, I believe that it would be enough of a deterrent, hold for the side note, enough of a deterrent to reduce crime enough to take care of that. And I know this also sounds cold, and I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but you do have to break some eggs to make an omelet, as asshole-ish as that sounds. That side note that I was wanting to talk to is that about the deterrent thing, is that I don't believe that everyone will be deterred by the fact that if I were president of the universe, were to make stricter capital punishment laws. However, that person who did commit first-degree murder, that person who was a sex offender and raped a child, that person's not doing it again, period. So it's might not be a deterrent for other people, but it's the deterrent for me to allow someone back on the street. I don't want that, and I don't think most reasonable parents or people who've had someone killed. This is one of the areas that I actually agree with the Republican. Republicans say that a liberal, or someone who's against the death penalty, is really a liberal that hasn't had their mother killed yet. Mean, I know, but that's how I believe. Anyway, wants to debate any of these, I'm all for it. I got no problem. Next up, and last, certainly not least, abortion. When a woman, I actually watched this, and if you haven't seen his answers on it, it was funny because when he said this, I actually agreed with everything that he said on with Celiphus 42. You and I are on the same page on it, that when a woman is pregnant, that she's supporting that, and it is basically a parasite, and abortion should be legal. As he said, I'm a man, I should have a right. I should give my opinion if it's my child, but in the end, it should come up to the woman's choice. However, whenever a baby gets to the point, I know there's a specific name for it, I don't remember what it is right now, where the baby could be delivered right away and still live, and it's basically just a location thing that it's sitting inside of her belly. Well, if she hasn't gotten an abortion in the 9 months up until that point, then the last second shouldn't be a time where she should be able to do that, at least have the kid and let the kid grow up, because it is basically a living person. And that is the very fast-talking, sped-up answers to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions for Portrait of an Atheist. If anyone has any questions about those or wants to debate, then I am more than willing. And of course, this is Greg with Occam's Razors, and I am only one member of Occam's Razors. I would love to have other members of Occam's Razors come on and give their opinion also. So, here we go.